Hi everybody, this is the Cosmic Reader, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my thoughts on the Fantastic Four trailer. This trailer has made me trust that all of the roles that are going to be played in this film are in the right hands with the right cast. Though there are some things I wish they would have shown. First off, let's talk about Reed Richards. I love that, just like in the comics, he tries his best to make the public love all four of them. Try to make them celebrities just to distract from the horrible tragedy of just not living normal lives anymore with all these abilities. Especially to distract Ben from becoming the Thing. We start off with the trailer with Reed just showing off the Baxter building and showing how all of them, despite their powers, are just living normal lives. Ben's in the kitchen cooking with his robot pal Herbie, and Sue and Reed just are looking their Sunday best, ready for dinner. Reed later on in the trailer has a conversation with Sue about what life could have been like had they never gone into space and got infected with cosmic rays in the first place. And it does look like we're gonna get the origin again, but through the interesting lens of the audience, like they're trying to make a documentary about the four. As we saw from the teaser to the teaser a couple of days ago, we see these kids just running up to the television, getting ready to watch something that the Fantastic Four is going to show in the TV. And I do believe it is just them going to be just talking about their lives and how they came to be. And again, it's the four of them just trying their best to show everybody that they are normal, just like everybody else, despite them not looking it. I can't wait to see how well Pedro will handle Reed on his insecurities and on how he always wants to just solve problems, because the last time he couldn't solve a problem, it ruined his family's life. That's what makes Reed such a complex character, and he's not just the boring science guy. The only thing I wish they would have shown more with Reed is more of his intelligence, besides him just writing on a chalkboard. And of course, more of his abilities. We didn't get to see his abilities at all. And maybe that's due to the fact that they're still working on the VFX and they want to perfect that. So they wouldn't want to just show his stretching abilities all unfinished like. But to be fair, let's be honest, stretching abilities will always look weird in live action. I do love how they are portraying Sue as the heart of the group. Her trying to just calm Reed down and just explain that these powers are just another way to show everybody who they've always been. Ben always being the rock of the group before he became an actual rock. Johnny always being the hothead. And overall, I just can't wait to see how they handle her just being the one to always protect her family no matter what. Sue Storm has always been one of the coolest females in Marvel Comics. She would literally threaten you if you mess with her family by just suffocating your lungs from the inside with her force fields. I really hope we get to see how tough she really is in this film. Though I wish they would have shown more speaking lines for Johnny. I love that they already show how much of a goofball he actually is. And of course, I love his flaming effects. They seem to be like the most finished out of all the effects shown in the trailer. And we get these cool scenes where he's just flying through the city, possibly chasing the Silver Surfer like he did in Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer back then, when he was played by Chris Evans. In fact, another shot in the trailer that reminds me of the movie from back at 2007 is when we see Johnny just fly all the way up to space. So I wonder if they'll do the exact same scene with the chase of the Silver Surfer, given that we know that Galactus is going to show up as the main antagonist. The character that I'm most happy about, that I know they've gone right from the start of this trailer, is Ben Grimm the Thing. He's my favorite member of this team. And I love how they got the look right. He looks exactly like how he did in the original Stan Lee and Jack Kirby comics, with the big rock unibrow. And I love the sound effects he gives as he moves and as he claps his hands, like somebody's trying to smash two rocks together. My only problem with the Thing, though, is that his voice sounds a little too normal. It doesn't have a deep, grovelly voice that I come to know the Thing would have. But of course, the money shot has to go to the big reveal of Galactus. Although we didn't get to see his face, just like the back of his helmet alone just gets me all excited to see him, because he still looks exactly like how he does in the comics. Like, finally, we're not gonna get him as like a fart cloud or anything more ridiculous than that. And although I see a lot of complaints that he doesn't seem to be so big that he could fit the entire planet with his pinky, you gotta understand that in the comics, he was known for controlling his mass, so he could shrink down to be big enough to fit planet Earth. Heck, in his original first appearance, he was no bigger than a skyscraper. And if you guys remember from Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Avengers cartoon, if you ever watched that, when he appeared in that show, Ant-Man tried to shrink him down so that he wouldn't threaten the Earth. But of course, Galactus threw himself back up. So there's a little context to help you guys understand why he is not as big as everybody thinks he should be. I'm hoping to see if Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom would show up at some point. Maybe by even the end credits scene. It's been rumored that Dr. Doom from Avengers Doomsday and Reed Richards would not know each other at all, which I feel like that's a pretty terrible idea, because the reason why Victor Von Doom is who he is because of his hatred for Reed. And to take that away just takes away something special between the hatred that Reed and Victor have for each other. The pettiness and the fact that Victor just wants to take over the world in general is due to the fact that he wants to prove that he is better than a man he deems to be not as intelligent as him, like Reed Richards. So I just wonder why you would take that away from him, just for the simple cash grab to get everybody excited that everybody's favorite actor, Robert Downey Jr., is back. Despite that though, when it comes to just this film, I'm so happy to see the Fantastic Four look like they're gonna get justice, look like that they're gonna be treated right in this film. And I cannot wait to see how well handled they actually are. And I really hope this proves to audiences once and for all why they are so special. And they are so special to me because, look, I'm wearing the shirt right now. They are honestly my favorite superhero team in general. Yes, even more than the Avengers, even more than the X-Men. And without the Fantastic Four, we wouldn't have characters like Spider-Man. We wouldn't have the Avengers or any of the X-Men. If it wasn't for Stan the Man and Jack the King Kirby collaborating to create this team, to form an alliance that would go on to create so many more awesome characters. If it wasn't for Stan at first just wanting to quit writing comics and his wife just saying, if you want to quit, just write whatever you want to write, we wouldn't get the Marvel Universe as we know it today. And I love their wacky adventures. I love the love that they have for each other. I love that they are a superhero team that just brings every superhero up for a big community. I love the stories where Ben just plays poker with all of your favorite heroes, or that all of the Avengers and X-Men gathered to just see Reed and Sue get married like they did in the comics. The Fantastic Four are just something I missed, and something I've always wanted to see in the MCU for a long time since the MCU began. And it's frankly, thanks to them, I am the superhero fan I am today. And I'm probably too overhyped for this film, despite Marvel just not having a good track record that they had for their first 10 years. But maybe it's the fact that despite a lot of people I know saying that they really are just tired of superhero films, and that's okay. Not everybody has to be the same. You can just enjoy whatever you want. But with me, I've grown up with these characters almost my entire life. I remember my first time going into the comic book store with my dad, picking up this reprint of Amazing Fantasy 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man that was printed in the early 2000s to get ready for the Raimi films. These superheroes are the biggest thing that helps me bond with my family, that helps me bond with my father, even my sister. And it's all thanks to the Fantastic Four. And it's so weird that I'm getting so emotional about this. The last two versions of the Fantastic Four have made people think these characters are so lame. And I don't get, because I love the the Fantastic Four films from the early 2000s. And not only that, I just wish comic books were just more mainstream, because you have no idea how great these characters actually are and how much I really despise the films just not being able to show you how special they actually are. And I really hope this film in the MCU multiverse can just finally show people why they're so great. Because I'm still kind of mad that the only great Fantastic Four films that everybody universally loves is not called the Fantastic Four. They're called The Incredibles. But if they could capture the same magic as The Incredibles did, I'm sure people will just fall in love with the team as much as I did back when I started reading comics. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Subscribe to the Cosmic Reader and hit the notification bell if you haven't already, just to be notified on when I upload my next video. Comment, are you excited for the Fantastic Four or are you not? I'm welcoming all types of conversation here. Like, to me, despite my excitement for a lot of these superhero films, I'm okay with anybody just saying that they're not excited for these films at all. I welcome conversation. But also, if you want others to check out this video, go ahead and click the share button and share with your friends, anyone who loves superheroes or anyone who wants to get into superheroes. Let them join the Cosmic Reader and be a part of the Cosmic Nation. And with all that said, just like the Fantastic Four, I'll see you in the cosmos!